All right then, time for another weekly update on my business, OMNI². So I'm gonna try to keep it short today because I don't have that much to say, to be honest. But like a few key things happened in last week. As you can see, I'm also changing up the environment a little bit, filming outside today, and I don't have one of these like clip-on mics or anything, so I hope you can hear me okay. But anyway, what happened? So first of all, I've been working with this like custom paper box manufacturer to create this like custom delivery box for my supplement. I'm sure you've seen some of these, like it's usually like craft paper on the outside with some logo, and then it's like the whole brand on the inside. And the idea obviously is to enhance the experience of like really giving that unboxing experience a branded feel to it, and like really immersing the customer. And I think that that's important, and I will do it eventually. But what I actually ended up deciding this past week was to skip that in the beginning, because it adds like $4 at this point to each order in just straight up cost, and that is not worth it at this point, I feel like, because I want to figure out how good my margins can actually be before I do something like that. And also, obviously, at this point, before I've made any real sales, I've only made some pre-sales while I was testing the product. But like before I have revenue, it's obviously also a risk to put like, I don't know, like $7,000 or something into the first batch of these boxes. So decided to skip that. Hopefully that will not come back to bite me. But yeah, we'll see. What else happened? Yeah, so the week before last, I think, I said that my samples were being sent, and they actually were. Of course, takes, as has been the theme of this product so far, or of this process of making samples, everything is taking longer than you think. And so I've still not gotten my samples. However, one of the reasons for this is that, or the main reason actually, is that I live in Sweden, and the product is made in the US, so they have to ship internationally, and that takes some time. And then the thing also got stuck in customs for a while. But I actually talked to Swedish customs yesterday, and they confirmed that they had released the package, and so it should be arriving in a few days. Like maybe today, but hopefully before the end of the week. What I can say though is that I've also sent it to a number of connections that I have in the industry, like most of them pretty influential people in the health space, or like investors and stuff like that, or people who have a big audience. And I have had some feedback coming back from them, and the first few impressions have been very positive. So that's pretty awesome, to be honest. So yeah, I can't wait to try it myself. I already have a pretty good sense of the few tweaks that we need to do, especially based on what I'm hearing from the other people who have already tried it. And so yeah, I think could be pretty close, to be honest. I'm perpetually optimistic, but like I don't think it needs to take that much longer from now to actually be able to launch this thing. So that's cool. But then one pretty unfortunate thing was that like one of the people that I was really excited to send to, or like actually two of the people that are like super influential in this space, and that I admire, like they kind of have pulled back from, like I've been talking to them back and forth, and they've seemed very excited to try the product. And now that the samples were sent, like one of them was super disappointed in the fact that it was just, you know, like unbranded sample bags, because it's literally in development. It's like literally the first samples, so it's not done yet. And I feel like I've been so clear in communicating that, and I thought that these people, especially this one person, was actually excited about being a part of the process this early on. But instead he was super underwhelmed and basically like, I'm not sure if he will want to sort of be involved anymore. I don't know how much that will, you know, end up costing me, or if that's even a big deal in the end. Like, I think I need to be self-reliant with myself and with the brand as well. But obviously it kind of sucks. But I think honestly the lesson is just that like people, especially people who are busy and like prominent people, this is just what it is, you know, like people have their own shit to deal with. When you try to like, you know, make something for yourself and like put your thing into the world, then inevitably you will not convince everyone, and a lot of people will seem more interested than they actually are, stuff like that. So yeah, it sucks, but I just think it's natural that like let's say I talked to 10 people about this, and like 2 or 3 of them just kind of fizzled out and didn't want to, you know, be involved anymore, and that's fine, you know, that's what it is. So yeah, I think that was all for this time. When I make the next video, I will almost certainly have tried the product for the first time, which is super exciting. And again, I'm fairly sure that it's close to finished actually. So it's kind of a big deal. And the other thing about that is that as soon as I try it and I get the actual product in my hands, that will also set off like a cascade of other. It's been a major blocker essentially to not have the product, so that will enable me to act on a bunch of different other things that needs to happen. Basically, like ordering the packaging and completing the design for the packaging and stuff like that. Product photos, all that stuff. So yeah, exciting times, and I'll see you next time.